Hello everybody and welcome back once again to some more Heroes of the Storm. Now what is this, you say? Is this a video that's being recorded not live on YouTube Gaming at Zashin? God, I don't even know what my actual YouTube Gaming is. No, this is a actual pre-recorded video just like the old school used to be. So what brought this on? So a few things have happened this week. And really it's just down to I got annoyed with the way things were working at the moment. So we were playing some Hero League and I had a rough time. Not a big deal, that happens, right? So I thought, oh, let's just go play some quick match. And then I started playing some quick match and it is just atrocious how bad quick match is right now. Like, I don't even think quick match maybe is necessarily that awful, but I was just getting hard countered by like pure luck every game I was playing. I'd be like playing the Butcher and I'd go up against like a Lily and a Johanna and like a Valera, who I didn't even think countered Butcher, but it ends up she absolutely does. She can silence you midway through your charge and it just stops you from going. Point being, I was having a real rough time, not having fun at all, so I decided I wanted to play some Unranked, and I just thought this would be a good opportunity to maybe bring back some stream videos. I feel like the stream is fun to do and I really enjoy it, but I want the stream to be a little more special for those who are able to be at the stream, like when it's actually happening, and then at the same time I also want it to be not like just duplicated throughout the channel. You know, we've got stream archives, and then after that we've got highlight streams from the same stream, and then people that were at that stream are seeing the same one match like 3 times, and I don't like that. I didn't like that at all. So I wanted to get some more exclusive content that's in a little bit more of a kind of default YouTube manner. And so here we are. I don't know how often this will be happening. I'm hoping to just record these maybe like during the weekends or something like that. So maybe once or twice a week, but just depending on the week, we'll get as many of them out to you guys as we can. But other than that, it's just going to be some plain and simple unranked matches, unranked drafted matches, which I really like. So today we are picking up Sylvanas right off the bat because she has, for the entirety of the time I've been in the game, she's been one of my absolute favorites, and this is one of the maps that she absolutely excels on as well because she's so good at pushing an objective. For those of you who do not know, Sylvanas is a range specialist whose main ability is actually not one of her abilities at all, it's actually her trait. And it allows her to shut down any kind of PvE, enemy PvE, minions, towers, anything like that, that she applies her trait to. Now she applies her trait by either simply auto-attacking or by using any of her 3 abilities. So this makes Sylvanas really, really good on maps where you have to push. So for example, I can shut down this tower, it's not shooting anymore. I can throw my dagger, it'll spread, and now this tower is not shooting anymore either. Makes her incredibly strong on the right maps. Her Q ability is her Withering Fire. This is simply a 5-charged Q ability that I can hold down, and you can see I'm shooting out. It hits the nearest target possible. It does, of course, prioritize heroes, though, if they are within range. My W ability is the Shadow Dagger. This allows me to pick a target, throw it out, and do a little bit of damage over time to it. But then the key part about this ability is that it also spreads to nearby targets, including minions, towers, and enemy heroes. So it allows you to get some really, really good value out of it if you can get people to clump up properly for it. And finally, on her E, we do have her Haunting Wave, her Banshees. This essentially is Sylvanas' movement ability. It allows her to get away from hairy situations. You can throw your Banshees out, and then upon reactivating your Banshees, you will teleport to them, allowing her to either get away from a hairy situation, or if you're feeling brave, which I never do, nor never suggest you do, but you can use them to chase down a target and hopefully close a gap in time to make a meaningful kill happen. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Barbed Shot here at level 7. Not too much crazy that goes into the build. This is my pretty standard Sylvanas build. There's a few variations that you can do, but basically all this build does is it gives you cooldown reduction on your dagger whenever it hits multiple of the heroes, enemy heroes, and then later on it's going to give us vulnerability on our primary target that we put the dagger on as well. Now, the reason I like to do this for these kind of maps is because when the objective comes out, it's very likely that the enemy team is going to clump up in order to defend the objective. So, what does that mean? It means that your dagger can easily spread throughout the entire team, giving you basically a full cooldown reset. Which is even better because by simply putting your dagger on buildings, you can shut down all of the buildings temporarily. And if you can keep that reset, you can keep pretty much every building that's within a decent range of you shut down for the entirety of the push. And the possibilities are just absolutely ludicrous if you can get a good push going with this. Let's see if we can actually show you guys a good example of that, as the friendly team did just get the first objective of the match. So again, I do need to be in here. My main goal is just to keep this stuff shut down. I'm going to throw my dagger out on the minions as well to make it spread. Now we're getting in a bit of a hairy situation, so here's our Banshees. We throw them out, we reactivate, and boom. There we are, back at safe distance from the enemy team. Now, unfortunately, there is a chance with her Banshees that you could get interrupted or silenced or stunned, anything like that, before you're actually able to teleport to the Banshee. So there is a small window of time where the enemy team can still make something happen and grab a good kill on you. At level 10, I am going to be picking up the Wailing Arrow. This is going to allow me to throw out, just like that, a large arrow that does a decent amount of damage, but more importantly, it silences everybody. Oh god, okay. Everybody that's within the area for a decent duration. Allows you to get some good burst damage, allows you to really hamper a team, and of course just allows you, it's kind of like a Malfurion Twilight Dream without having to be in the middle of everybody, which is awesome. I do need to be a little bit careful here as I am holding 31 spider butts at the moment, so let's go ahead and make our way down to the bottom lane, see if we can't help this spider out a little bit. It does look like this push is just about over. I can come in here though and shut this down to make sure that our Muradin can get back. Not that he's going to have any trouble, he's a Muradin, but nonetheless, my point stands. And you can already see just what a huge amount of push power Sylvanas can bring to a team. I think she is invaluable on any map where you have an objective that you're pushing. The one downside to Sylvanas is she doesn't bring the most to a team fight. She brings a lot. She's pretty good, especially like I said if they clump up for your dagger. But she can hamper your ability in a team fight a little bit, which kind of gives her this risk-reward scenario where when you draft her, you're risking maybe not getting the objective as easily, but the reward is that when you do, you just get so much more value out of it. And that being said, we have already turned in our second objective. We're about to hit level 13. Enemy team not even hitting level 10 just yet. Go ahead and silence the enemy team there as they were nicely clumped up, and let's go ahead and try and finish other people off. I do not think this is going to be a very long match. I almost hate to say it. We're going to be pushing in not only with the Sylvanas again with our objective, but with a nearly 2 level tier advantage here. Again, my main priority is going to be simply shutting down this building. I'm going to let my team do the rest of the team fighting work here. I just want to make sure that this objective lasts as long as possible. I am going to go ahead and pick up Life Drain here, which means every time that my dagger spreads to anything on the enemy team, I'm going to be getting back a little bit of life. Allows me to be a little self-sustained here, which I'm always a huge fan of. Now here's the one enemy structure that Sylvanas' trait does not work on, is the core, of course, but at this point it hardly matters anymore. I can simply continue to do damage here. I'm really, I guess, not doing the most, but steady damage works. And just like that, that is going to be the end of our first episode of Unranked. Whoa! Unranked Draft. This is perfect, though. The big thing I wanted to drive home in this video is just how strong a Sylvanas can be. And I think this video showed it perfectly. When you have a team that's ready to work with you and push with you, and you're on the map, any of the maps where you have a big objective to push, there's just not much to do to stop Sylvanas. I think she's a wonderful pick if you can get her early, and I think she's a great ban if you're not going to be able to and your team's not looking to pick her up. So that being said, that is going to be it for this first episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We will go over our build real quick, but as a quick reminder, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button as well as the bell. Otherwise you will not get any notifications when new episodes go live. And of course, keep in mind that we do also stream Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Central. So if you'd like to see some live, if you want to see some Heroes of the Storm live, make sure you tune into that. I left the match, so we're going to go look at Sylvanas real quick so I can show you the build. That's a habit I'm going to have to do my best to break here. So the build we went for today was Overflowing Quiver at level 1. Allows you to simply get more of your Q shots out a little bit faster. Allows you to clear minion waves. Super easy. At level 4, we did go for the Lost Soul. This means every time our dagger spreads to a hero, we get that cooldown reduction, allowing us to use it more often. Level 7, Barbed Shot. This allows you to do more single target damage. Specifically, this was really very good on Sylvanas if you need to defend against a larger objective, such as a Immortal, or I mean anything like that. Anything that is not considered a what's the word I'm looking for? Not considered a hero player, like a hero vehicle, you'll get bonus damage on. Of course, Wailing Arrow at level 10, allowing us to engage and silence the entire team. Life Drain. This is where I like to switch it up sometimes. Life Drain if I just want more self-sustain, if they have a Chromie, a KT, something like that. Spell Shield is great, of course. Will of the Forsaken, if they have something like the Butcher, you can completely nullify him, which is wonderful. At level 16, we would have taken Cold Embrace had we gotten there. Shadow Dagger would lower the armor of the initial enemy hit by 25 for 2 seconds. This basically gives you Tyranda's trait, essentially, on your dagger, which, if you recall, every time it spreads to a hero, gets reduced cooldown, so you can put that on a lot of people very quickly. And finally, at level 20, we would have gone for the Deafening Blast, simply to empower our Wailing Arrow, allowing it to do 50% more damage and silence people twice as long if we hit them directly in the center of the area of effect. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed and look forward to more Unranked Draft soon. If you guys have any suggestions to the build you see or characters you'd like to see specifically, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!